So here we are, just crossing over the other time zone, an hour ahead in Ontonagon County, Michigan. We're headed to the Paulding light area, where last night we debunked the light, but we wanted to give you a different view of it during the day to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So after you cross that time zone, past that sign, you turn on the next road. It's called Robbins Pond Road. So we turned on Robbins Pond Road. Now we're headed down the dirt road, passing this little road on the left here, which just goes for miles back to an old logging area that used to be, has a pond back there and everything. If you go back there, you'll get tons of ticks. At least in the summer you will. So as you come up to the end of Robbins Pond Road, there'll be a fence up here, and this is supposedly where you would see the Paulding light. And just park right along here. It is daytime, but we did this last night at night, so we're just giving you the daytime view now. So I'm gonna pop out of my car here and give you a little more info on the light. So you walk this way, you can see it anywhere off in the distance, way down there. Now if you notice, there's power lines here. At one point they stated there was a railroad bed here. At least the myth behind it is, one of the myths behind it is a conductor had passed away while working on the railroad tracks, and it's his lantern that's swinging back and forth. There was another theory that his son was killed while working with him on the railroad, and he's searching for his son's body with the lantern, and the lantern swings back and forth. At night you can see this big bright light coming at you. However, it is cars. It's cars that's on US 45, literally about 7.2 miles up ahead. There was a team of engineers that came out here that did a really awesome video of it, showing people that it was cars up there off the highway. However, they never actually went down to the other side to do kind of like a debunking, whereas we had people on this side last night and people on the other side. I was on the other side with a large spotlight, and I'll let you explain it since you're standing here.
Okay. I'm one of the members of the Fox Valley Ghost Hunters, and we had myself and a person from one of the Minnesota paranormal teams, and we stood up on this little hill over here, and we were able to see down the road quite a ways. Saw some lights and saw some cars coming, and we had Craig go on to the other side coming down the road where you would normally see the lights, and with an audio recording, a video recording, and Craig and Jason on speakerphone, which we also filmed, we were able to give him commands when to turn on his spotlight, when to turn it off, and we were able to see his hazard lights from his car, and filmed the whole thing, which he will probably splice with this. But it was really interesting because we had a crowd of people around as well. Kind of disappointed them a little bit, but I think it was awesome for the team to have the public there where they could see it themselves, aside from the video. So we gave him multiple commands. Every time we told him to turn the light on, we were able to see the light on film. Whenever we had him turn it off, the light went away. We did this multiple times, and we're able to get some really good footage.
Cool, thank you. So back to me for 1 second here now. Just wanted to explain one other thing, that if you guys or anybody out there wants to try this as well, leave some friends over on this side and send your other friends back out the Paulding Lake, or back out Robbins Pond Road, and then you would take a left onto Highway 45, follow it about roughly 7.2 miles all the way up 45. It's a ways. What you do is basically you got to follow these power lines all the way where they meet Highway 45, and that's the vantage point of seeing it from both sides. Once you get up there, there's a road. It's called Erickson, I believe it's Erickson Road. Right on that hill before Erickson Road is where people here can see the what they call the spook light, but actually it's just car lights and tail lights. So right now we're on the other side of the viewpoint for the Paulding light. You're basically was about 7.2 miles, 7.3 miles further up on Highway 45 once you turn onto Highway 45 from Robbins Pond Road. Once you turn on Highway 45 from Robbins Pond Road, take 45 about 7.2 miles, give or take, and you want to be between Tandlin Lake Road and Erickson Road. If you're between those two, you can use a big high-powered spotlight and pretty much become the spook light. And basically all they're seeing are the cars that are coming down this hill for quite a ways, and it appears to you on the other side over there by the Paulding light as one headlight because the distance is so far. 7.2 miles, you're not going to see two headlights. If you want to check this theory, all you have to do is bring a telescope to the side by Paulding light, by Robbins Pond Road, put a telescope up there, and when people say, oh, I see the light, look through the telescope and you'll clearly see the cars over here on this side. So if you want to basically debunk the Paulding light yourself, you know, tell your friends, hey, half of you stay back by the Paulding light over there in Robbins Pond, and the other people come up here 7.2 miles away between those two roads we mentioned, and just get somebody with a really high-powered spotlight. Make sure you're not shining it at cars coming up the hill here though, and have your friends back there at the Paulding light off of Robbins Pond Road give you commands like, you know, shine your light twice, turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on. We'll show you the video footage from last night, and this video will go along with that one, just basically give you both sides view. So enjoy, hope you like our video.